bringing you the latest news from Coronado Athletics. This is the Mustang Fan Zone podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back in. This is the High School Fan Zone on a Wednesday night. I'm Randy Rosetta. You've checked into either 100.7 The Score or Fox News Now, watch it on TV. As you can see, we've switched over to the Mustang Fan Zone. We're going to talk a little bit of Coronado girls soccer because, for a lot of reasons, but one reason is practice began this week for the new season. Soccer always kind of sneaks in there all of a sudden, and then get here to the start of the new year, and there you guys are. You're up and running. In fact, I was typing in the schedules, and are you guys one of the teams, Colby, that starts December 30th?
No, we'll go play tournaments after that.
Okay. Because
at the first of the year.
I'm one of those. This is being old man weird. When I'm typing my stuff in, it made me mad because I had to do it for one day. It was like, why can't they all start after January? Colby Sharp, who is, excuse me, got my winter voice going here from the weather changes. First year as a head coach at Coronado, but how long have you been there as an assistant?
I've been there 6 years.
6 years, and I told him, I don't know that we'd ever met officially, but I always saw him when I came out when Alexia was the coach, and then, was it Victoria Carrasco? Olivares. I was Carrasco. I don't know where that came from because I know her dad's big in the soccer scene as well. You get a chance to slide into the driver's seat this year. How exciting is that for you? Is this your first head coaching job?
First head coaching job, yes.
How exciting is that for you?
Very exciting. Kids are doing a great job. So, I don't know.
Growing season.
We're growing their program. Mm-hmm. We've got over 40 kids now. And so everybody seems to be really happy to show up. So it's very beneficial. And
of all the programs in Lubbock, I would say Monterey boys, Coronado girls, and maybe both Lubbock Cooper teams, you're steeped in some tradition. And that goes back to Alexia being there.
Yeah.
You were part of that. Introduce yourself here.
I'm Alexia Waldrop, and I'm a sophomore at Coronado High School.
And were you on varsity last year?
Yes, sir.
I remember typing your name in a few times. And we're going to pull this scab off real quick. You guys missed the playoffs last year, correct?
Yes.
And that's very uncommon.
Yes, sir.
I meant to ask you that before we came on here, so I'm not going to ask you on here. I'm going to guess, though, that's been something that has motivated these girls. And like I said, with the tradition of Coronado girls soccer, you don't have to nudge them very much. But how much has that been on the girls' minds in the off season?
I think that we've been working very hard so we can be beneficial throughout the season, and even in the growing season with a bunch of underclassmen, we're working harder to be where we need to be at for districts.
You guys lost, to be fair, to both you and the previous coach, Alistair. There was a lot of talent that left when he shuffled down the street to LCU. Alistair Caldwell's now the LCU women's coach, where he played at LCU, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
That's how they got him over here from Scotland. He's still one of my favorite people in the world to talk to.
Mine too.
Yes.
Can you understand him all the time?
Yes.
Okay, so I've gotten to know his wife a little bit too, and she jokes that sometimes I'm married to a West Texas girl, and I'm a Midwesterner. It took me a while to completely understand her a long time ago, so I get that. And I don't want to make it sound like Alistair left the cupboard bare. Graduation happens. That's high school sports. But there was a while there where there were really good Coronado players coming through that young players got a chance to see and kind of want to emulate. How close are we to kind of filling the tank again?
We're definitely rebuilding. We're really freshman and sophomore heavy. We have a couple of, Sky Zent is returning.
Yes.
Super goalkeeper.
She was busy this fall.
She is going to be a great help for us this year.
Just one Zent left?
One Zent. Yeah.
Okay, because there's been three?
Three, yes.
That's what I thought. For those who don't know, Sky was kicked extra points during the football season, which I think is really cool that she wanted to, and that Andrew Roy said, come on, let's do it. And she was good at it. It wasn't a gimmick.
She did a good job.
She did a really good job. I think she kicked off a few times in games I saw as well. Coming up on a break, we're going to talk more Coronado girls soccer because I'm looking forward to seeing the revival because it hadn't been that too long. I'll talk about that when we come back. This is Randy Rosetta. This is 100.7 The Score. We'll come back in the Mustang Fan Zone right after this break.
Bringing you the latest news from Coronado Athletics. This is the Mustang Fan Zone podcast from 100.7 The Score. Diving headfirst into Coronado athletics. You're listening to the Mustang Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app.
Welcome back in. This is the Mustang Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score. We're talking girls soccer. We've got Colby Sharp, first-year coach, been at Coronado. Now, you just told me you taught Will Smith in middle school, so you've been around LISD for a few years.
I think this is year 30.
Okay.
Yeah, been around a little while.
And real quick, give me the Alistair and Simon, the Monterey boys coach, have given me kind of the history. When did soccer first emerge in LISD? Because I was at the AJ from 97 to 2003, and I don't remember soccer really being a big deal back then.
I don't know that I know the answer to that question.
But it's not. It's fairly new.
He's been the girls' coach, I think, for 10 years before he left.
And if I remember from the story I wrote, there was one coach before him, but just very briefly.
Yeah.
So he's kind of the architect, and you're getting to take over. What's that been like for you to? And I assume you're going to call him a friend. I don't.
Yep,
there we go.
Absolutely.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
He's very straight. This one, I think, if you played for him at all, he will tell you exactly what's on his mind, and his voice doesn't change now. With players, it might change a little bit, but it doesn't change very much. You have to kind of figure out exactly what's going on. I've really got to know him pretty well, and I like the guy a lot. What's it been like stepping into those shoes?
It's been nice. I mean, he's giving me great advice about how to go through the program. You still talk to him occasionally. I'll take advice from him anytime.
Did you play for him, or was he already gone?
I did not. He left right before my freshman year.
Okay, so but I'll call it the legend of Alistair. You knew who he was.
I know him very well, yes.
and you knew what program he had built. Now, being one of the young girls, you said a lot of you are young. How exciting is it to be in a program now where you get a chance to kind of build things back up?
I'm very excited to see how the progress we make overall, but it's been really cool to see the growth already, even with Coach V is what we called her last year, but the growth already from her, from Caldwell to her to now Coach Sharp, to see the growth already happening.
It's still early in practice. Can you tell what these girls are going to be good at, or is that going to be a work in progress?
It's still a work in progress right now. They're good kids and they're working hard. They're doing everything we ask them to do right now.
You know, you're going to have a pretty good person in goal because Sky's fourth year?
It'll be your fourth year, yeah.
That's not a bad place to start.
No, not at all.
It's just like any other sport. When you know you can start with the defense, that is a good place to start.
If we can hold the score low, that'll be a very good thing.
Let me spin this positively. What are some things you have to do better than last year? I'll let both of you answer that since you were around.
What do you think?
I feel more team bonding in a way. We were all together on the field, but off the field we were in our separate groups, so team bonding on and off the field to build us better and get us further through.
I think that really is a big thing. So far, all the kids are working hard together, and they seem very positive to me.
In watching you guys the last few years, and I've seen this in a lot of different sports at a lot of different levels, you guys are a little bit of a victim of your own success because you guys got so good. Monterey, Jared was like, okay, that's who we want to be like. Lubbock Cooper, that's what we want to be like. So you had these other teams that came after you and started building. Now you guys are back where you can kind of put a little chip on your shoulder and you start to come back at them a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the other part of that is the district that you're in now, that monster district has affected a lot of sports. And I think in soccer, it definitely was because how often were you guys playing the Amarillo schools pre-playoffs until the last few years?
Not very often.
And so
we meet up in the playoffs, and that was a good place to meet them, I guess.
Yes, because by then everybody's got a little bit of you know what, because I think fair to say Lubbock's been better in soccer than the northern schools, but again, they're going to get better and they're going to want to. Who made it from your district to playoffs last year?
Amarillo High, Tascosa, Monterey,
and Lubbock Cooper.
Lubbock Cooper.
Yep. And that's, like I said, a little bit of a victim of what you guys built, and
yes,
there's a lot worse things than to be the team that teams want to beat. How do you guys get back to that elite level?
We just have to work hard every day. See what we can put together.
You've got freshmen and sophomores, so time is on your side.
Time is on our side, and I mean they're already contributing to practice quite a bit. So I look forward to seeing what happens.
So I asked you this before. It's kind of the same question, but last season ended. You're not in the playoffs. Now soccer's kind of a year-round thing. You played a lot of club soccer. When you got back to school this year, how much did you start thinking about what are we in early December, starting practice and starting kind of get ready for the season?
I have not stopped thinking about soccer. I live everywhere soccer, and I'm very excited to see how we grow and continue to get better through every practice that we have.
And I mentioned that Lubbock soccer's been really good, and it's just gotten better. Liberty comes onto the scene, and they have a great program, and I think Memorial has a chance to do that right away. This is my selfish, as the HubCityPreps.com guy, this is my selfish desire. All of y'all are going to end up in that same district at one point, and it's going to be really good Lubbock teams that go through a season and are sitting here like this and talking about, well, we didn't get to the playoffs. But Coronado is one of those trendsetters, though. And we were talking about Chris Juber here between the breaks. Sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to make your ears burn. That's a guy who's very pro athletics, but he's talked to me several times about how he wants that soccer program. Yeah. He's very proud of what you guys have done in soccer.
Yeah.
I know that's motivation. You're too young to feel pressure, right?
I wish.
I've got a senior in high school, so I totally understand. Y'all live in a different world than I do. Colby, is it pressure or is it good pressure?
I think it's good pressure. He does really support us, and that's beneficial. We got a great assistant coach coming in, Coach Cadwallader, and so he's coming in from New Mexico and knows soccer and really is doing great things to help us out.
You guys strike me as Coronado's like a really nice car that just sat in the garage for a little bit. Now you just got to knock the dust off and rev the engine up and go.
I think so too.
When season starts January 2nd? First.
January 2nd. We're playing the San Antonio tournament.
I saw that. I typed that in the other day. You and Monterey are down there together. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Do y'all run into each other when you're at those tournaments?
No. We won't play against them.
But I mean, do you see each other? Do you have to?
Yeah, we see each other.
Do you get along when you're on the road?
We try.
There you go.
We put our differences aside for a little bit.
And that's one thing about Lubbock, folks. I moved here once and came back because these are the nicest folks in the world. There is competition, but you want to make sure that they understand competition. There we go. That's going to wrap us up in the Mustang Fan Zone. We're going to come back and have Paul Page from Friendship on the phone talking about his program, and then Gene Messer Classic when we come back on the High School Fan Zone on 100.7 The Score.